5 Jade Cargill dream matches in WWE. Let's break them down. You know I like to talk about a little Jade Cargill here because I believe in the megastar, and you should as well. I also want to know, who do you think is going to be number 1 at the top of this list? Because I think it's going to surprise you. Make sure to stick around for that. Because Jade Cargill has made a notable impact on WWE's business since jumping ship from AEW to WWE in late 2023 after taking her time telling everybody, y'all need to calm down and just wait until this woman arrives on the scene. Well, she did. She did so in a big way at the Royal Rumble by competing in the Women's Royal Rumble match. Now she's been paired with Bianca Belair. Now she's been used on television week in, week out, and she continues to prove the haters wrong. So, with all that being said, let's get into the list, because Jade Cargill and this person at number 5 would be quite interesting. Who is that star? At number 5, I have Bayley. I recently did a video where Bayley, she talked about Jade Cargill. Well, what did Bayley have to say in this interview? Well, I would highly recommend you go check out the video, but in summons, I will say this. Bayley was a little reserved with Jade Cargill. She understood what Jade brought to the table, but she also is taking a wait-and-see approach. Jade Cargill, Bayley, oh my gosh, that would be such a fun match, and here's why. Because Bayley, if you need someone to go in there and put on a really good match with Jade Cargill, and honestly, if she wasn't women's champion right now, I would push for a early match between them, but obviously you can't do that right now. I would say Bayley is a really, really good opponent for Jade because she's a really good in-ring worker. She's already a natural babyface. I expect Jade to go heel pretty soon. She can put on a heck of a match with her. And more importantly, Jade could learn a lot from Bayley. She's been around the block. She shared the ring with a lot of really, really good talent. And she's also someone that Jade Cargill could beat. So that's someone that I would definitely keep on the list. And number 4, it is the man, Becky Lynch, our current women's world champion. Yeah, we're going with the champions right out of the gate. All right, that's how stacked the WWE's women's division is right now, and that's how stacked dream matches for Jade Cargill could go. Why Becky Lynch, Jade Cargill? Well, a few reasons. But more importantly, the number 1 reason, Becky Lynch is WWE's second, third biggest female star, right? So in my eyes, you have Rhea Ripley, you have your Charlotte Flair, then it's Becky, then it's Bianca, right? And then we can kind of go down the list from there. Becky Lynch, Jade Cargill, that is a WrestleMania main event. That is a main event any day of the week. That is a phenomenal match. Just from a name brand standpoint, it draws. It draws. It draws so much that it doesn't even need a championship on the nameplate to book it in a main event. Right? You could easily book that at a B-level pay-per-view. I think that is a phenomenal match, and a match that I really hope we get to see. And number 3, you knew where I was going with this, Charlotte Flair. Oh yes, we're working our way up the 4 horsewomen of WWE ladder, if you will. If only we had Mercedes here. Ah, that was a missed opportunity. So look, Charlotte Flair, yes, she's currently on sidelines. Torn ACL, MCL, meniscus. Very, very bad. Feel bad for her, I really do. But a Jade Cargill Charlotte Flair match, phenomenal. First of all, Charlotte could teach Jade so much in the ring. Get them on a house show loop, especially with like Flair being the heel. That way Jade has to sell, and so she has to do more than just her regular dominant moveset. That would be great, and I would love to see it. But once Charlotte Flair comes back from injury, that is a big, big match that you can do. And it's also a match, just like Becky Lynch, that could easily headline. Doesn't matter about the name template, because in the eyes of WB, whether it be Triple H, whether it be Vince McMahon, Charlotte Flair's name rings hash, right? Like, That is their girl. That is their woman. That is one of the faces of the company. It's one of the pillars of the company in this current generation. It has been for almost a decade, if not right there with us. At number 2, are you ready? This one's going to hit a little close to home, but wait till we get to number 1. You're going to love number 1. At number 2, we have Bianca Belair. Yes, the same woman that has been at the side of Jade Cargill for the majority of her tenure on the main roster thus far. When Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair had that showdown in the Royal Rumble match, oh, sweet Jesus, it was going to go down. But we didn't get to see it. They teased it, and it's a match that I cannot wait to see. And since then, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair have been paired at the hip on WWE television, and it's been a lot of fun to see how it played out. At WrestleMania 40, them teaming up with Naomi to take on Damage Control's Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Dakota Kai. Them going over the hills, and then obviously Backlash France, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair likely, if not already after this video, going to win the tag team championships from Damage Control. I love that match. I love that feud. There's so much untapped potential, and more importantly, these two girls, they have talked about publicly how they desperately want to do this match, so you know they're going to go all out for it. So, with all the names that I went through, to recap it quickly, we have Bayley at number 5, we have Becky Lynch at number 4, we have Charlotte Flair at number 3, and we have Bianca Belair at number 2. Did you guess number 1? Did you guess it? Okay, here goes. Rhea Ripley. Yes, Rhea Ripley, who is on the sidelines with the AC joint sprain. I understand. Yes, she is currently sidelined. But you know what? The beautiful thing about that is they're on opposite brands as is, so we won't have to get to that match for a while. But when we do, y'all get your candles, get your gas containers, and by God, bring them lighters, because they're going to burn that house down when they step into this word circle and they mix it up. The promos and the build, two powerful females going at it, is going to be a lot of fun. And the match itself is going to be bananas. I cannot wait for that, because Rhea Ripley, in my opinion, prior to her getting injured, is WWE's biggest female stars. And I think that it's going to be a lot of fun to see them lock horns and go at it. So, one more time. Bayley at number 5, Becky Lynch at number 4, Charlotte Flair at number 3, Bianca Belair at number 2, Rhea Ripley at number 1. And I won't lie, it was really close with Liv Morgan breaking into the number 5. It was also close with Asuka. There's a few others as well, but I felt like Asuka, she's kind of taken a back seat for a while, although a match with them would be a lot of fun. Liv Morgan, although I'm a big supporter of her, she needs a little bit more time at the top of the card before I could break her into a big 5 dream match. Let me know down in the comments area below whether or not you agree with my list.